Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Food Plot Chronicles number 7. Number 7. So this week we spent our time mowing off some of our clover plots. This is a fall food plot we normally put in. You can see in front of me, this clover in here is just lush. It's real good. Real good. But we haven't cut it yet this year. As you can see, some of the brush and grass behind it is real tall, real thick. So I'm gonna go through right now, brush hog it, mow it down, and we're gonna assess it in about 2 weeks, see how good the clover stand is, if we wanna maybe till some up, put some more in, fertilize it, or sometimes we might end up just killing this plot and putting the fall blend in, sugar beets, turnips. I'm gonna cut it and see what it looks like. Obviously there's a lot of grass that's gonna be laying down, so we're gonna have to give it a week to stand back up, and just part of the process, but there should be some good lush food in here for these deer to browse on once I'm done cutting it. Clover is so nice to plant for deer. You get many years out of it. It's extremely nutritious. Birds are still gobbling. Funny they just did that because those gobblers are in a clover plot right now that we just mowed off this week. They're probably strutting around in there, but they're feeding on that new succulent clover. Some people say don't mow your clover. We just don't mow our clover all the way to the pavement. You gotta leave the clover a little fluffy. You gotta leave a little fluff. You don't want that sucker 18th green light. You gotta leave a little bush. You gotta bird dog around in there a little bit if you have to. When you keep that clover at about the 8-inch mark, it keeps the clover young, fresh, and very tasteful. Just gets a little bit less palatable for the deer when the clover plants get really tall, really mature, and really thick stem. A lot of situations where you want girth. This is not one of them. We mowed 2 clover plots off last week. I just want to go and check them and see how everything's standing back up. We didn't know our clover was as good as it was, so we were planning on spraying it, tilling it, and putting turnips in. Part of my assessment right now is to go make those decisions to see if we're going to leave them clover. We're gonna keep them mowed down. As soon as we got the next big chance of rain, we'll come in here probably right before and give them a nice fertilization. So this first plot I'm checking out, guys, I don't know what we'll do with it. This thing is just perfectly lush. There's so much clover in here, so much food for the deer. And look how it's already fluffed back up since I cut it about 4 or 5 days ago. This clover's standing up, it's already flowering again. And we have an Exodus camera right there. I love to check it because I can imagine these deer are probably in here just browsing on this perfectly lush clover. It needs to fertilize. If we can give it an overseed right now, we might want to do a strip or 2 through here of turnips just to give them another option of food. But this is beautiful clover, very nutritious for mothering does, producing the milk for their fawns and these bucks and the antler growth. I mean, this clover is one of the highest protein forages, green, that you can get. This is dynamite right now. Mow green, mow green. You gotta mow your green to get mow green. Mow green, mow green. I'm just coming up to check a clover plot and there's a woodchuck in it. And I have to kill it. These things are destroying everything. I got great grandpa Beep's old 22. This thing has like a Civil War scope on it. But I'm gonna try to get up against this tree and see if he's still there. That was a tough little rest I had, but sounded like I hit him. I gotta go see if I got myself a chuck. It's a nice sized woodchuck right there. Maintaining these woodchucks is so crucial to food plots. I mean, his hole is right there. And look at around me. There's clover in this plot, is beautiful. And it's a 5-yard radius around his hole. There's nothing here. I mean, it's just crap grass and it's almost dead. You can see he's just knocking it all out. There's almost a line. You can almost see the clover line. You can almost see the whole circle around his hole. I could just see his head sticking up, and I snuck in and sniped him with Grandpa's 22. It's really incredible how good this clover looks. Already stood back up really nice. It's lush, flowering. Spot closest to the redneck blind on the other side of this food plot. We might want to till maybe a quarter of an acre in there and put some turnips in. But it's tough to get rid of this good quality food. It's so thick. It's going to be green until, you know, we get a snow, and it stays green through the winter. The toughest part about clover for us up here is that once the snow hits deep, you know, they don't dig for it as much. That's when the turnips and the soybean get so popular and so palatable and sought after here. We'll be back here on Sunday and Monday doing some work. We're going to be checking the beans, assessing if we're going to need a fence up or if we're going to have to fill in with turnips. We're going to be spot hitting the turnip plots one more time with Roundup to really kill them off, and then we're going to be starting to turn them and fertilize, because these turnip plots, are the turnip brassica blends, are going to be going in about 10 days. So stay with us. Thanks for watching Food Plot Chronicles. Siete.